So I guess we can just do whatever we do, right? Okay, we're doing whatever we do. What do you want to? You know, do you want to do that? Okay, let's do that.
What is it?
To the five.
You gonna say something?
I'll say something after you've sung a few lines, okay? May I? In Canada, we get to see it all.
C-A-N-A-D-A. It's all about Stompin' Tom. C-A-N-A-D-A. All the stories and the songs. C-A-N-A-D-A. The Canadian proud and tall.
In Canada, we get to see it all.
C-A-N-A-D-A. You ever heard Stompin' Tom sing? C-A-N-A-D-A. He could make the pine trees ring. C-A-N-A-D-A. The pride of one and all.
In Canada, you get to see it all. You get to see the maple leaves, maple sugar, and the maple trees.
We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. C-A-N-A-D-A. Where you see the reversing fall.
In Canada, we get to see it all. Now, we had the pleasure of touring the country a number of times with Tom. Got to see all these small towns and hear his stories from behind him. And so the band was given they were given homework last night. They were told that write a verse with this song. Tell us what your version of Canada is all about. So we're gonna the sound crew and the lighting crew, they have no idea what's going on here. So we're just gonna wing this. But founding member of the Bebop Cowboys, best harmonica player in Canada, Howard Willett. Howard, what's your Canada look like?
C-A-N-A-D-A, from Hogtown up to Stroud. C-A-N-A-D-A, the lone wolf loves so loud. C-A-N-A-D-A, hey, our soldiers stand so proud.
In Canada, we get to see it all. Four-time winner of the Bluegrass Fiddle Player of the Year. Is your mic working, Randy?
Check 1, 2.
Okay, it's working good. Okay. Four-time winner, Canadian Bluegrass Fiddle Player of the Year. And we're expecting number 5 to happen soon, in which case we're going to retire this thing. And that means that when Randy walks into a room, all musicians must stand. That's what happens.
Randy likes that, I know that.
Yeah, he's a humble boy, but one of the best fiddle player. Seriously, the best fiddle player in the country, Mr. Randy Morrison. Randy, what's your Canada look like?
C-A-N-A-D-A is north of the 49. C-A-N-A-D-A, where the temperatures decline. C-A-N-A-D-A, where hockey's the name of the game.
In Canada, we get to see it all.
How about a chorus, Mom?
Well, we get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall.
C-A-N-A-D-A, where you see the reversing falls.
In Canada, we get to see them all. Since the 1960s, when I first came to Toronto from Sault Ste. Marie, I used to go to a club called the Midwich Cuckoo. I was just a boy. And one of the bands I saw was the Rhythm Rockets. And that was David Wilcox. And who else, Michelle? Morgan Davis was in that band, killer band. And since then, Jan Arden, Sharon Lawson-Brown, David Wilcox, the Good Brothers, just the list goes on and on. Best drummer. Why do we just have the best band in Canada? Michelle Josef. Michelle, what's your Canada sound like?
All right, here goes. C-A-N-A-D-A, we eat bannock and pea soup. C-A-N-A-D-A, mucklucks and a toque. C-A-N-A-D-A, even our snow has balls. In Canada, you can see it all.
And no, that's fine. We'll do Eric here. Bass player again, goes back to the early days of Canadian country music, Canadian bluegrass music. Been playing for a lot of decades. Again, one of the best bass players in Canada, and we're lucky. Used to play with a band called the Humber River Valley Boys. Mr. Eric Jackson. Eric, tell us about your Canada.
Well, C-A-N-A-D-A. Did you ever see the Northern Lights? C-A-N-A-D-A. Did you ever have a snowball fight? C-A-N-A-D-A. We invented basketball.
In Canada, you get to see them all. You get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. C-A-N-A-D-A, where you see the reversing fall. In Canada, you get to see them all.
Back, I don't know, 33, 34 years ago, this guy answered an ad, tiny little ad in the paper, bluegrass band looking for a guitar player. What are the odds in those days of anybody even noticing it? But Bob noticed it.
I
Bob
still have that ad.
still has the
in a
ad.
little container at home.
So that's 33, 34 years ago. I haven't quite figured that out yet. We've been singing together ever since, playing music together, recording together, doing TV and doing touring the country, just doing everything pretty much together except the important things. My good buddy, best friend, Bob Mc Niven. Bob, what's your Canada sound like?
C-A-N-A-D-A. Did you ever paddle with a bobby oar? C-A-N-A-D-A. You ever hear a sleeping giant snore? C-A-N-A-D-A. A proud of one and all. In Canada, we get to see them all. I got another one.
Oh, good. Did you just make that up now?
I did. Did you tell?
Yeah.
C-A-N-A-D-A, where the maple leaves fall every spring. C-A-N-A-D-A, can an Argo wear a Grey Cup ring? C-A-N-A-D-A, where the dinosaurs play basketball. In Canada, you get to see them all. You get to see the maple trees, maple sugar and the maple leaves. We get the biggest wheat fields growing tall. C-A-N-A-D-A, where they see the reversing fall. In Canada, you get to see them all. You got one for us, Duncan?
I do.
This is my buddy. Duncan put an ad in the paper. I answered it and he said yes. Hello?
Not exactly online dating, but
It wasn't the same, no. This is my favorite banjo player in the universe.
let's see if I can remember my verse.
D.W. Fremlin, the Right Honorable. What do you got for us, D?
C-A-N-A-D-A. Takes forever to get anywhere. C-A-N-A-D-A. In the spring, we shoot bear. C-A-N-A-D-A. And be the verse in fall. In Canada, we get to see it all.